Hey everybody, Rorree here. Welcome to my channel. All right, so we are going to continue with our 4 agreements series. Um, we are going over these cards, and I am actually going to reread the book after going over these cards. I'm really enjoying the just going through the lessons, because it's really important. These are great things to live by. Great agreements to live by. So anyway, it's 48 cards in here. I don't know how many we've gone through so far, but we have quite a few more to go. All right. All right, so we're going to do one of the agreements, and then we're also going to do one of the runes. Okay. Now, I'm still wearing this ankh. It is the Golden Sheen Obsidian. I think that's what it's called. Golden Sheen Obsidian. See where my memory is. All right, let me show it to you close up so you can see the gold, and it's wrapped in copper, and it's beautifully wrapped. You can look underneath. I really like it, and the nice copper chain. All right, so. All right, so let's read what it's about. If you haven't seen any of the others. If you are watching all of them, my apologies, but I'm wearing the same one for the different videos. So you're going to be hearing this over and over. All right. So anyway, Golden Sheen Obsidian is ideal for balancing energy fields and releasing the ego. The reflective nature of obsidian makes it one of the best stones used in self-reflective meditation, international internal growth and self-understanding. International growth. Yeah, okay. Anyway, you can find this ankh and many other stones. Oh my god, his stuff is amazingly beautiful. Okay, and the stones are powerful. He's the best that I've seen. His stuff is the best. Okay. So anyway, Prosperous Network on Instagram is where you can find him. And if you're watching me on YouTube, just go to the bottom of the description box and it's right there. So you don't have to be reading through all that other stuff. It is right there for you at the bottom. If you forget what I said, Prosperous Network, by the time we're at the end of this video. Okay, so anyway, so the 4 agreements is what we are going over. The 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I picked the cards up from Amazon. So if you're interested in the cards, that's where I found them. So the agreement that we're going to talk about for this session is be impeccable with your word. And as you know, your word is your what? Your wand. Okay. All right. So your word is your wand. And so we have to, the tongue is very powerful. So you just have to be careful with the words that come out of your mouth, So this card says, seek to know the truth. Seek to know the truth. And then it has little doves. So I feel like it is talking about like from a spiritual perspective. So to me, always connecting with your higher self leads you to the truth, leads you to your truth, and your truth is what matters. Okay. All right. So, and let me let you see the card. All righty. Okay. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. I actually do this in my practice. So, because sometimes you have made agreements, whether it been right in this present, whether you consciously made the agreement, unconsciously, whether it was present time, past lifetime, other dimensional time, whatever time, you have made agreements and sometimes you need to undo them. So I do this reprogramming in my private sessions if it is necessary. I also do like a healing where I go from womb to present, or sometimes it could be other lifetimes, it could be lineage, whatever. Um, but we come to present and we go through and do healing work as we come to where you are at present. So this, to me, this is awesome, because like you just don't know how often somebody's opinion becomes your reality. um Even the way we're conditioned through what we watch on television, what we watch out in society on the streets. When I teach, especially my meditation one, you're learning how to release all of that, how to release what society is saying, what the internet is saying, what the news is saying, what your mama said, what your daddy said, what your grandma said, what your auntie said, what everybody said. You know, you learn how to release. And that doesn't mean that you're letting those people go, but you're releasing the energy of those things from your space and releasing them to be transmuted and sent wherever it needs to go, but it's releasing from you, okay? Because those things have created you into who you are, because you've been making agreements everywhere you go. You've been making agreements. I've been making agreements. We've all been making agreements. We look at something and we agree that that's that. Even like, what about diagnosis? You know, I'm one of those people that I believe that when you're in a coma or something, you can still hear what's going on. That's what I believe, because I mean, shoot, in the spirit you could still hear. So if you're still in your body, I feel like you can hear, even if you're just feeling the vibration of what's going on. So I believe that if you are ill and now you're unconscious or whatever, in a coma, I don't believe we should be talking about the negative reality, if you know, because, and I should say the negative things, because you can be creating them into the reality. Because if you take whatever that doctor said as your truth, then you have made an agreement with that thing, you know. Now this reminds me of a story. All right, so I remember I was in Sacramento, and we had an event, I think. No. We didn't have an event. I'm trying to remember because it's been a minute. But there were some people that wanted my position, and some immature things took place, and it led to a few people kind of conversing and kind of coveting what I had. And I always tell people, be careful coveting what someone else has, wanting what someone else has, because what is for you will be for you. And you don't know what those persons days are like. You don't know what, like, I would be like, these people don't know what it's like to walk in my shoes. They just look at this person that I show them and they think that it's all gravy, so they want to be here, but they don't know what it is like being here. You know, they only know what I show them. So I was like, these people are stupid. They're like envying what I have, and they don't even know what it's like to be right here. They don't even know, right? And so I remember one day I knew intuitively, I just knew it. Like, I used to meditate like a couple hours a day back then. And I knew that they were having conversations about me, like it just came to me. And then all of a sudden I started having pain in my groin area, my vaginal area. I started having pain there. And I was like, what the hell is this? And so intuitively, I knew that it was from somebody having conversations about me, right? I just knew that the energy was directed there. I don't know why, but that's where I felt it. And I was like, God, it felt like, I don't know what it feels like for your uterus to fall out, but it felt like something was wrong. Okay. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to try to heal myself. Right. So I was working on healing myself, and then the pain would dissipate, but then it would come back. And I was like, and so I was like, all right, if I still feel this pain tomorrow, I might go to the doctor. So I kept working on myself. And then the next morning, I felt the pain again. And I was like, all right, I told myself that if I still felt the pain, I would go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor. Hold up. I'm drinking my pine needle water. All right. So I went to the doctor, and I had to wait because, it was a same day appointment. And so I had to wait, and I waited and waited and waited. And so I went in, I was seen, and they were like, well, we don't know what could be wrong. And by this time, and okay. So by this time, the pain was so bad that I was walking around like holding myself. No joke. I was holding myself like I was trying to hold the insides in. That's how bad it felt. So I'm walking around Kaiser I was in California, I believe. I'm walking around like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. And so, and I could barely talk. It was like, what the hell? So it had gone from, yeah, I'm gonna call the doctor. And then after I call the doctor, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, right? So I'm walking around the doctors like this. And so they said, well, we need to do an ultrasound. So they looking all over there. They don't see nothing. Okay. They taking blood work. They doing all this stuff. They don't see nothing. Then they wanted to do a different kind of ultrasound, right? So first they did one on top, then they want to do one, they probe it in there. Man, that shit hurt like hell. They got mad at me because I was yelling. I'm like, you're mad at me because I'm yelling, but you're hurting me. So it hurt so bad. And then I remember walking down the hallway, and it clicked, because I was waiting for test results from the second probe. Okay. And so I walked down the hallway, and I went out, and I remember I was like standing outside, but it was like on an upper level or something. And I remember I called somebody, and I was talking to him. I think I called one of my spiritual friends, and I was talking to him, and I said, you know what? This is a spiritual attack. And I told him, I said, every test they run on me is nothing. They don't see nothing. I said, I knew from the beginning that this was about those women talking about me and throwing their energy at me, right? So it must have been horrible, whatever they were saying and stuff, because of the way I experienced it, right? And I was like, I'm going home. I'm not waiting for the test results. I'm going home, because this pain became worse after I decided to call the doctor. I ain't gonna lie. And I felt like it got worse because I had lack of faith and lack of belief that what I did would work. And I didn't give it enough time to work. So I left. I went home. I ain't tell the doctor nothing. I just rolled out. They was mad at me for screaming in the room anyway. I left, went home, and I healed myself, and I just relaxed. And the next day in the afternoon, I got a call. And by the way, the pain went away. Okay. By that night, the pain went away. And the next day I got a call from the doctor. Hi, you left yesterday. Yeah, I did. And she said, well, we've all the tests show that everything is negative. There is nothing wrong. And I said, yeah, I know. I was like, I know, because it wasn't physical. Okay. It wasn't physical yet. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm very in tune with my body. I am very empathic. I am so in tune with my body. I know, but there are people that are not as in tune with their body. And I'm gonna tell you, I knew something was wrong. I felt it energetically, and I went to healing it. Now, this is one of the reasons why I encourage people to come get a healing. You know, come to one of our free events. You know, come get a healing, because energy is real. People can talk about you badly and stuff like that, and then you can develop a physical thing from that. Now, first, it just might be pain, and then it could turn into something else. If I wouldn't have healed that and released that energy, that negative energy that was thrown at me from those women, if I didn't release that, it could have turned into a physical thing. So although the doctor saw nothing that day, it could have gone on and just stayed there, because feelings buried alive never die. And that energy, when people throw that shit at you, you know, that can turn into a physical manifestation of something. I'm be real with you, because I've done healing work on people, and like this one lady, she had her 50th birthday party. People were, you know, she was in California. I was in Texas, I believe at the time. And I told her, I said, you know, were there some people looking at you? Like, I could kind of see the scene of the party, and I could see what was going on there. Come to find out, these women talking about her and da 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 da, talking about her and her shoes and da 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 da, and spelled her. And then I asked her, I said, do you have a big knot on whatever foot, right? And I told her exactly where the knot was. And she was like, yes, how'd you know? You know, because I could see the whole thing, and it all came from them women talking about her. Okay. All right. So I'm aware. You may not be. So every once in a while, you might want to get yourself a healing. Every once in a while, get a healing. Let somebody just heal your space energetically. You know, I do healing work live, long distance, whatever. I don't do much live, you know, due to the cucarachi, but I do long distance healing. I do them over Zoom. I do them over the phone, whatever. I record them and give them back to you. But I do readings and healings with people, because stuff like that happens. So you have to release that stuff. And then I also teach you in some of our live sessions that we have in Roses, Lavender, and Sage. I walk you through how to heal yourself. And we do healing clean outs, so that if there is anything that you've collected in your being, then you can release that. And you don't always have to know what it is that you're releasing, but it's just important. If it's not there for your highest good, release it. Let's let that go. All right. Oftentimes you could have something that is in your space that actually prevents you from moving to the next level, from moving forward. So anyway, I took longer than I expected with that. So should I read the rune? I'm going to go ahead and read the rune, but I'm going to try to keep the rune quick. All right. So the rune is, let me put the glasses on for this rune. Okay. It says Petro, but let's see what it really says, because I tend to not know how to pronounce these things. So let me look up this rune real quick for y'all. And then I got to run. I have a meeting that starts now, I think. Yep. All right, so let's see. Oh, here we go. Perthro. Okay, so that's how you pronounce it. So Perthro is a gentleman. He looks like he's going, namaste. Okay, he's sitting there. There's greenery around him. There's a mountain behind him. There's also a city behind him, and then there's a mountain. Okay, he's sitting there with his cat and just enjoying himself, being at one with self, you know. Let's see what this rune means. All right. All right, so Perthro. All right. Cup or container. That's the meaning. Cup or container. Okay. All right. This rune card suggests the revelation of secrets or hidden knowledge. You could soon receive important information or learn something that sheds light on a situation that has frustrated or confused you. There will soon be a significant revelation of some kind, but the most likely source of the revelation will be from the intuitive wisdom already within you. Drawing this card could be a sign that you would benefit greatly from taking some time out to meditate and become more attuned to the still, calm voice within that knows what is the best, knows what is in your best interest. In addition, it could also be a warning that you're being distracted from what really matters by external or material forces. What is external can never bring you fulfillment. Within you is all the magic, mystery, excitement, and knowledge that you need for a rewarding and successful life. I think I could just end on that note because that was a fabulous conclusion for our session today. Thank you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Join us in our Roses, Lavender, and Sage community. That's roseslavenderansage.com. And if you would like one of these beautiful ankhs or something else, another stone, or even if you have a stone that you want wrapped, and he can wrap in copper and in other materials as well. But anyway, you can find him at Prosperous Network on Instagram or Total U, the letter U, Total U. All right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I sure did. I'll see y'all in the next one. Ashe, ashe, ashe.